Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Usama. Usama was a bright and curious child who loved learning new things. He always did his best to get good grades in school and make his parents proud. However, Usama had one big fear: making mistakes. He was terrified of getting an answer wrong or doing something wrong. Whenever he was asked a question in class, his heart would race, and he would worry about giving the wrong answer. He would double-check his homework, making sure every single answer was perfect. One day, Usama's teacher announced that they were going on a field trip to the local farm. Usama was excited, but he also felt anxious. What if I get lost? He thought. What if I do something wrong and get in trouble? Usama decided to make a plan to make sure everything went perfectly. He packed his backpack with a map of the farm, a notebook to write down important information, and a pencil. He even practiced raising his hand and asking questions. On the day of the field trip, Usama followed his plan to the letter. He raised his hand and asked all the right questions. He took detailed notes in his notebook. But as he was walking around the farm, he tripped over a rock and fell to the ground, scraping his knee. Usama felt tears welling up in his eyes. I knew something would go wrong, he cried. Now I'm hurt, and everyone is going to laugh at me. But to Usama's surprise, his teacher and classmates rushed to help him. They cleaned his scrape and put a bandage on it. His teacher smiled and said, "It's okay, Usama. Mistakes happen, and that's how we learn." Usama realized that his teacher was right. He had been so focused on being perfect that he had forgotten to enjoy the field trip. He had missed out on all the fun and learning because he was afraid of making a mistake. From that day on, Usama tried to be more relaxed about making mistakes. He raised his hand in class even if he wasn't sure of the answer. He tried new things without worrying about messing up. And whenever he did make a mistake, he learned from it and tried again. Usama realized that being perfect wasn't as important as he thought. What mattered was trying his best, learning from his mistakes, and enjoying the journey. He learned that it was okay to be imperfect and that mistakes were a natural part of life. And as Usama grew older, he continued to embrace his imperfections. He became a confident and resilient person who wasn't afraid to take risks and try new things. He knew that mistakes were just stepping stones to success, and he was grateful for every lesson he learned along the way. The end.